Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That is me, the babbler. That is me on this evolutionary, revolutionary high of an uprising. This time, when I hit record was I was going through it in my mind again, like, because I'm being advised or, guided or feeling compelled, however it is that you want to associate these inner inkling callings, intuitive guidance that we receive. It's all a matter of mastering the connection so deep of how it is that spirit speaks through you, and what is spirit to you. That's all individual too. Whatever it is, whatever the call, learning your call, your clairs, you see, declaring your clairs and understanding them to be, what the fudgesicles are you doing, you see? You don't know where you're going. I know that happens to me sometimes. Yeah, I get it. Okay, so, I'm sitting here and I'm hearing hit record. And I'm like, again, because, I was just trying to be by myself right now. And, humming and drumming and listening really well to these stories I live to tell within our wells. So, yeah, well, so many things are going on. And then I started laughing to myself because I'm like, this weather is fitting. I don't know what part of the world you are on, but, live symbolic. I'm always telling everyone, live symbolic. Like, everything in everything. Everything and anything and anything, right, is representative of anything and everything, and it's something, and it's all a matter of how you want to take a look, take a looky look, take a feel, take a lick, take a taste, take a bite. Yum. Okay, anyways, so see what I mean? I don't know what this is supposed to be about, but anyways, so I just thought in this part of the realm of this 3D land that I am operating on, this human vessel at this moment in time, it is, although these messages are timeless, whenever you receive, you know what I mean? It is the beginning of December 2nd, okay? And in astrological terms, Jupiter goes into the sign of Capricorn, right? And I have been, if you've been following my YouTube, which I hope you have, or if you're stumbling upon this for the very first time, welcome. There is no one video that is like the same as the other in any kind of way. There is no, this is a freestyle channel. Okay, so there's no one way to do things here, and I'm learning to obey my own thirst and do whatever it is that comes from my heart space center, because I can and I will. You know what I mean? So, sure. Anywho, so if you've been following my videos, I've been talking a lot about this intense energy that has been swirling about, whirling about in regards to let it out. I have to let it out. In regards to 448. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna say it, I swear. Releasing and certain kind of levelings of just infusion that are occurring for each of us in our own space, in our own place, wherever it is that we are, wherever we are, whenever we are, and just this integration process of everything that has been accumulated and learned and cycled through the lessonings that we have, and that we are now integrating within our being consciously too, so that way how we operate from this point of now presence space, consciousness, being aware of this kind of leveling of commands, demands, not just getting lost and caught up in the 3D lands of having to operate, like just going to work mode, beast mode, you know, dead fish swim with the flow mode, you know what I mean? Like, where you're just operating on a mundane kind of like empty vessel of, you know, like a shell of your own existence, because you're not like, you know, you're just like not even thinking for yourself, just living like complacent, or like, you know, with a kind of drive that's on overdrive, that is on some kind of tunnel focus that eliminates all other realms of existence instead of integrating all worlds together, you know, and creating this harmonious, wholesome balance that obviously in one dimension you cannot see the full abstract pic, you know, that can truly be with this integration process that is happening, you know, right now. And so there is there's a rise that's happening at this time of like inner realms of things that may have been suppressed, oppressed, or left, like, you know, or just existing within without any kind of explanation or any kind of like diving into, like, you know, something that may have been swept under the carpet and left for a little later, or, you know, whatever the case may be, feelings emerging, re-emerging, you know, questions now starting to be asked, like things getting into the realms of that, of something that is affecting from the heart center place space here, because it's time. So I just feel like whatever focal point you were in the wheel of cycle of life, that like this is like the wheel card, like coming, the fates, the destinies, like, you know, now bringing everything into full circle, like bringing you to where something needs to be leveled up, or like balanced or infused, integrated, you know, in this wheel of life. So like, for example, what's coming to mind, like, let's say for the last 10 years, all you've been focused on is your career, let's say, your money, your success, and, you know, you've reached a certain level of blah, 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 right? Wherever it is that you are. Then this cycle that's coming about, whatever it is that you neglected during that cycle that you were going about and stuff like that, that's the focal point now to bring into the balancing of the scales. Like, this is like going into court, and like, all right, like now we're gonna create justice here, justice to exist within you. Like, you know me, I like to go into the divine masculine, divine feminine existing within each and every one of us. But fine, if you want to apply it to a relationship kind of base, like this is like the divine masculine, the divine feminine energies, like serving up their own plate right now. Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like the balance, like I come here with this, I come here with that, like, you know, stuff like that. So let's say it was the career. Now maybe it's love, or vice versa, or maybe it was family. But and then the beauty of it, the integration part, like this is like the strands of the DNA that go in, and then it's like the concoction that exists within the strands that are like cooking up the DNA, like, you know what I mean, that's cooking it, like the in between part, that like it's like the synovial fluid in the brain, like, you know what I mean. Ooh, like, yeah, like insane in the membrane, you know, it's like that. Those juices is going with a little cup of self-recognition, self-acknowledgement, self-accountability, self-love, you know, making peace with that part of ourselves that is loving and compassionate. You know what I mean? So what I was saying about this weather, I said, isn't it fitting, live symbolic, because this weather since yesterday has been like that hail kind of prick. And then it was funny because last night I posted a little mini video up here talking about it feels like a poke, like something's poking out, like, feel me, pay attention to me, prickly. So like, if you've been following my videos, the development of like the evolution that has been, you know, me, because I don't tap into the emotional realms of a lot of things, because that's the feminine aspect of me that is all feeling and just dramatical in that sense. Because you know what, I feel things so deep and, you know, oppressed and suppressed I have been for so very long, that now I find myself singing my own wonderful songs. And like, you know, so the canary sings. Yeah. Oh, my ear just like, whoo. Okay. So yeah, so this I find it, because these little hail thingies are pricking. They're pricking and poking. They're pricking and poking, like, feel me, and they're cold. I went outside and I was like, this is cold on my skin. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna get in the car. Like, it's much more warmer in here. And so like, it's just ironic. Like, if it's not, but it's just, you know, it's symbolic that this is that weather. Because it's the cold, frigid icebox that has maybe been your emotional realm of, like, whether it be denial, suppression, oppression, whether it has been that you put others first before you, or that you have put one side of a world ahead of your emotional side, whatever it is that has caused you to be a little standoffish, or like not here, not operating from here, operating more from here, operating more from logic, operating more from, like, you know, just like this mundane sense of like living and operating and just doing whatever it is that you need to do on a day-to-day basis, and that's it. Like, you know, and being passionate about, like, you know, just one half of shit and not the others, like, you know, whatever it is. So the poking and the probing and the, like, the picking and the, like, that kind of thing that's coming up, like with this, the hail that's smacking you in the face, that is like prickly. It's prickly and it's cold. It's like, it's just funny. It's like, what it reminds me of, like, what I see in my mind is like when you're making an ice sculpture. An ice sculpture. Oh wow, yeah. This ice sculpture, right? This ice sculpture. Hold on. Sorry guys, I have to put it's coming down. We're pricking and procking away. I don't even know what procking. Just pricking and procking. And that's the word I'm gonna use, and that's it. So like, it's like this ice sculpture that's sculpting away. And so you know how, like, when you chisel away at an ice sculpture, the slush that like spits out, that can like poke you in the eye, and they'd be like, ow, like, you know, that kind of thing, like that feeling, like, you know, like or like what are those things called? I'm sure. Ooh. What are those things called? A piragua? Is it? I think a piragua is those ice slushy thingies in the summertime that you can get. I think. I don't even know. Like, I don't know. But that's what's... Oh no, I gotta go a little slow, I guess. Gotta be careful. Although I got... These tires are built for this, but, you know. Anyways. So it's like that ice sculpture. So, but also, I like that it's hitting you on the external. This pricking, right? Kind of feeling, and it's cold. It's like melting, or like not, it's like, it's again sculpting away that coldness that has been built that has been built from a many a day of like, for whatever reason, like we're not gonna go into everybody's reason is gonna be different as to why they can be so cold or hardened and, you know, opposed or, you know, skeptical or just not like, you know, maybe you made a choice. Maybe, you know, once upon a time ago, a life that seemed so just the way that it was gonna be acceptable to me, you know. And that's just the way that you see, because sometimes we get so blinded. And then remember, the thing that is being released is everything that you ever think that you think you know up until this point, that has created your stance on things, like releasing that so that you can find your new stance, your new stamp, like clearly, like, you know, it's like the resurrection, like, you know, the burning of the flesh to meet the soul, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I find this weather to be very fitting for that, because it's like now on the external I'm feeling like the smacks on my face, like getting like these hard pieces of little mini ice to like hurt me, and to remind me of what's coming from the within. I gotta go. Let's carry this one again.